All right, let's dive into one of the most crucial, most explosive scenes in all of literature, the big party at the Capulets' house in Romeo and Juliet. This isn't just any party. It's the scene that lights the fuse for the entire tragedy. My only love sprung from my only hate. I mean, wow, that one line is pretty much the entire play, isn't it? And in this explainer, we're going to see the exact moment this contradiction is born. The single, fateful night where love and hate collide. Okay, so let's set the scene. We are inside the Capulets' house, and they are throwing a massive party. Just imagine it. Music, dancing, the whole place is just buzzing with energy. Lord Capulet is the man of the hour, working the room, making sure everyone is having a great time. He's telling old stories, encouraging everyone to dance. He's creating this atmosphere of total joy. The vibe is electric. So, the stage is set for a pretty incredible night. But, and this is a big but, there is a party crasher. Hiding behind a mask is none other than Romeo Montague. And get this, he isn't even there for Juliet. He's still hung up on another girl, Rosaline. Yeah, that is not gonna last long. And then, bam, it happens. Out of nowhere, across this loud, crowded room, Romeo sees her. And in that one instant, his entire world just stops. I mean, come on. She teaches the torches to burn bright. Rosaline who? He completely forgets her. It's not just that he thinks Julia is pretty. It's like she's a source of light, literally making the room brighter just by existing. And this is where Shakespeare really wants you to feel the power of this moment. This isn't some slow burn crush. No way. This is a lightning strike. It is immediate, it is all-consuming, and it's completely overwhelming. So how does he even try to describe her? He's totally grasping for words. He calls her a rich jewel in an Ethiopian's ear and a snowy dove trooping with crows. What he's really saying is that in a room full of people, she's the only one he can see. She stands out so much that everyone else just fades into a blurry, dark background. So Romeo is lost in his own little love-struck world. But the thing about parties is, people can hear you. And his voice gets picked up by the absolute worst person in the room, Tybalt, Juliet's fiery, hot-headed cousin. Whoa, listen to that. To strike him dead, I hold it not a sin. Tybalt's reaction goes from 0 to 100 instantly. He hears a Montague, and his first thought isn't, let's kick him out. It's, I should kill him right now, and it wouldn't even be wrong. For him, this is all about family honor. And this is so important, because you see this huge conflict right inside the Capulet family. Tybalt is livid, calling Romeo a villain. But Lord Capulet, he basically says, hey, cool it, leave him alone. You are not going to ruin my party. So he's actually more concerned about his reputation as a good host than he is about his nephew's rage. So Tybalt agrees to back off, for now. But he leaves with this chilling promise. He says this moment is going to turn into bitter gall or poison. He's vowing revenge. This is classic foreshadowing, like a storm cloud gathering right over the party. Meanwhile, Romeo has no idea he just narrowly avoided getting into a sword fight. He's totally oblivious, and he walks right up to Juliet. And their first conversation? Well, it's just pure magic. See, they don't just talk. Shakespeare does something amazing here. Their lines, back and forth, actually form a perfect sonnet. A love poem. It's his way of showing us that these two are a perfect match. They're literally on the same wavelength from their very first words. Let's break down this little dance. Romeo starts with this elaborate line about his lips being pilgrims, making her a holy shrine. He's being poetic and humble. But Juliet is super clever and plays along saying pilgrims just touch hands. Romeo keeps pushing, arguing that lips are for prayer too, and he smoothly convinces her that a kiss is basically a form of prayer. And then they kiss. But that perfect poetic little bubble they've created, it's about to pop. The nurse comes over and pulls Juliet away, and this is the exact moment their fantasy world crashes head-on into the harsh, ugly reality. So Romeo, probably still buzzing from the kiss, asks the nurse, hey, who's her mom? And the answer is a total gut punch. She's a Capulet, the daughter of his family's sworn enemy. You can just imagine his world tilting on its axis. My life is my foe's debt. What does that really mean? It means he's just realized the price of this newfound love is, well, everything. He feels like his life no longer belongs to him. It now belongs to his enemy, because his heart is 100% hers. All right, now it's Juliet's turn. Romeo's leaving, and she just has to know who he is. You can feel her anxiety building. She has this dark, terrible feeling, a premonition, even before the nurse tells her his name. And then she says this line, which is just chilling. "My grave is like to be my wedding bed." She's basically saying that if she can't marry him, she might as well be dead. This introduces one of the biggest themes of the play, love and death being tangled up together right from the very beginning. And there it is. The nurse comes back. His name is Romeo, a Montague. Boom. Her worst fear is real. And that brings us full circle, right back to the line we started with. But now we feel the full crushing weight of it. The one person she has ever loved is the one person she is supposed to hate. So, here's the key takeaway. In just this one scene, Shakespeare sets everything in motion. He kicks off this epic love story and the massive conflict that's going to drive the whole play. This isn't just a meet cute. It's a collision of pure, instant love and deep, irrational hate. And that leaves us with the big question that hangs over the entire story. Were Romeo and Juliet just victims of fate, star-crossed from the beginning? Or was their tragedy created by the toxic, pointless feud they were born into? That's the question this scene forces us to ask.